Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Conversatile, the podcast where we talk about anything and everything with anyone and everyone. And today I'm joined by my coworker and also good friend, Matthew. Hi, Matthew. How are you today?
Oh, hey, I'm doing great. It's a very nice morning so far.
So far, yeah. We've been quite busy trying to set up this whole video online thing, but luckily we got it to work now. So let's start with today's episode. So I asked you guys to please email like some questions you have, a crazy story maybe, something like that. And I did actually get an email and quite a few DMs. Some of you slid into my DMs, and
you're very popular, I guess, in this format.
Unfortunately, it was all questions about work. So I'm going to read the one email. So thank you for sending me an email, and remember to send your emails at conversatilepod@gmail.com. Tell me a story. Tell me anything. I would love to hear it. All right. So the email goes, "Hi, Manu. I was so happy to hear that you've started a podcast. Hope you're doing well. So I have a few questions for you. Question number one. How did you end up choosing Korea as the place you wanted to teach in?" Right. So for me, I don't know, Matthew, how you chose, but for me, it was my cousin lived here, and also a lot of my university friends were already here. And so they all told me like how great it is and it's safe and the money's good and so on. So that's how I kind of chose it. It was just because friends and family told me it was really cool.
So for me, the reason why I came here, it was because in America, I worked at a restaurant with a lot of Korean American folks. So yeah, I had a lot of contacts that way. And also, I basically took the job of the bartender that was there. Like the bartender went to Korea, and then I followed her 2 years later to Korea. Actually, it was kind of weird how that worked out.
You followed her?
I didn't really mean to follow her, but I took the job as the bartender, and then everyone's
at
like,
the restaurant, right?
At the restaurant, yeah. Everyone's like, hey, you would like Korea a lot, and this person just went. So I only heard about this person for 2 years, like she just went there. And then eventually my boss was like, you should go to Korea too. It's really fun. And so like he gave me this this girl's number, cacao information, and we started like talking. And she kind of like gave me all the important information about Korea. I came to Korea, I met her a little bit, and then like now I'm still here. She's since moved away.
Really?
That's how I came to Korea. Yeah.
How long have you been here now? I forgot.
I've been here a while. It's been almost 9 years now. I think 9 years. Been a long time.
Yeah, that is quite long. But I mean, Korea is fun. I think a lot of people choose Korea because it is a developed country, I guess, and it is safe. The money's good, and people love Korea. The food's good and stuff. So I think China, Taiwan, Thailand, Vietnam, the other places where you can teach. I don't really have experience much with that or like know many people that taught there. So I don't really know enough to give you advice on whether you should go there or not.
I do know that the pay is way better in other countries compared to Korea currently.
Yeah, I think it's just because Korea is so freaking expensive that especially like living costs like food and stuff is quite expensive here. So I get that other places might be more. I know China is definitely more.
A lot more.
A lot more, yeah. So, but also, I don't know. I like Korea. It was good. My experience here was good so far. So I'm happy I came. Yeah. All right. And the next question she asked, where does one start to apply for jobs, especially for teaching? What was that? Oh, my alarm went off. Sorry. Where does one apply for jobs? So I applied through a personal recruiter. He was kind of a manager's thing. I know he doesn't do it anymore. That was also 6 years ago. I know how I got to the school where I am now with Matthew. I used Apple Tree. You guys can Google them. It's Apple Tree Recruitment. They do a lot of good recruiting for schools in Korea as well. So if you guys are interested, I will send you their email address,
Hmm.
and you can use them.
Yeah.
Matthew, how did you?
Oh. Okay, so one thing about recruiters, you have to be very careful about the ones you choose. I was going to ask you if Apple Tree was good or was it
Yeah,
okay?
they did help me, right? So I
Hmm.
like them because if you refer someone to them, you can actually get money back, which is very cool.
Mm,
They
yeah.
will give you an incentive for every person that you referred to,
Mm,
and they got me this job. I guess
mm,
I'm
yeah.
happy. So they did a
Yeah.
good job there.
Yeah. Now, if you're coming to Korea for the first time, I highly recommend that you get multiple recruiters.
Yeah.
Multiple. Don't like a lot of recruiters will like make you promise to only use them, but realistically, you are a
Oh yeah.
product that they want to sell. And if you're not using multiple recruiters, you might just get really, really bad job offers.
Yeah.
So use many,
Use
use a
many,
lot.
and also don't
Yeah.
feel like you need to take the first job that they offer you.
Mm,
A lot of these recruiters as well, they would throw 10 jobs at you in one day, and you would feel kind of obligated just to choose the first one, and just know that you shouldn't
mm.
do that. Um,
Oh.
Make sure you go through all your options, have
Mm,
interviews with all the schools and
mm.
all the um, academy owners and stuff like that.
Also, just one other thing. I tried to take a salary of 2.5 if you
Yeah.
came to Korea. Try to, especially people are going to say like if that's a dream for your first year, but
Mm,
realistically, there's not enough teachers in South Korea, and we want the wage for everyone to increase. So if the floor is raised, it's
yeah.
good. If you come in here at getting 2.1, that's very sad. That
That's
hurts you and it hurts everyone else. So just
Yeah.
don't accept 2.1 as your
Yeah, that's true. Like,
salary.
I mean, when I came to Korea, the base salary was 2.1, and the sad fact is, it's 7 years later, it's still
No,
just
no,
2.1.
it's been 2.1 for like 20 years apparently. It's been like they've never raised the salary.
Yeah, the salary.
Yeah, and
That's
it's
stupid because I mean, we work quite hard. I must say, some of the
mm,
hug ones, especially ours, we have a lot of prep work.
mm,
I'm not going to say where we work, but it's a lot it's a lot of prep work, and
a lot of
a
work.
lot
Yeah.
of work goes into those lessons and stuff. So yeah, don't accept like low salary. See how much you can get. Push the recruiters, the people you have interviews with, push them for as high as possible salary.
Mm,
Then number three, she said, I would love to teach English, but honestly, I'm scared to start the journey.
mm,
Fair enough. Right. Yeah, it's definitely a scary thing going to another country, especially an Asian country where they don't speak your language. I know last week me and Robbie talked about this, where you know now us going back to South Africa is a scary experience, but also coming here, you don't know the language. You think a lot of people speak English, but they don't.
mm,
So it is definitely going to be scary, but honestly, it's worth it. Like, you learn a lot, you grow.
mm,
So don't be scared. I mean, it's you'll survive. Like, there's a lot of people here that do support you and stuff. So
mm. Yeah. And like ideally you'll get put into a school with other foreign teachers around your age. I would say like the average age of the foreign teachers that first come here is like 25. That's a very
23, yeah,
23,
23,
25.
25, yeah,
So like most likely you're going to be matched in a school with like other people around your age. And
yeah.
hopefully the people you match with are not crazy. You will get like some crazy folks in your schools. But you just got to hope that
Yeah, we've been there, huh?
yeah.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, there's been a lot of weird folks. Maybe one day we can talk about all the weird people we've worked with because you've been in Korea for a long time too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I've had I've had some interesting bosses in the past. I'm not gonna say who. I've had some interesting coworkers in the past.
Mm,
We've had some interesting coworkers just in the recent past.
yeah,
So yeah, I mean, that's a whole nother podcast, but we
yeah.
might get
We'll have to make sure if we do talk
sued
about
for
it.
mentioning names, so I'm not gonna mention any
Yeah, we'll
names.
have to like not mention names, so we'll have to like
Yeah,
name people.
we'll give them nicknames.
Yeah.
All right,
Ah,
so yeah, Jeannie. Oh, by the way, this was Jeannie's. Sorry, you did mention I could say your name. So, yeah, Jeannie, don't be scared about it. I think it's a new adventure.
mm,
It will be scary in the beginning, but you will adapt very quickly. I also know you personally. I'm sure you will
Mm,
adapt very quickly.
yeah.
So
Oh, and Jeannie, let me just add in here. I
yeah.
think the biggest thing with like teaching English is just how relatable you are. Like if you naturally make friends and you're very chatting, you will do fine.
Yeah.
Like our current boss says you can't teach personality. So if you have a
Yeah.
personality and you're fine,
If you
right?
have a personality.
You're fine. If you come to work and you just have no idea how to talk to people, well, you're in
Yeah.
big trouble because it's going to take you a long time to fix that, if you can
Yeah.
even fix that.
And also English in Korea, it is a bit different from just normal teaching. It's
Mm,
not very lectury.
mm,
It is very interactive. You need to like engage with kids. You need to keep them, engaged in your classes and stuff. So you do need to have a bit of an outgoing personality for you to like really flourish, I think. That's a good tip, actually. Thank you, Matthew.
no problem.
All right, then number 4, is it worth it financially because my goal will be to teach and then I would love to travel? Okay,
Hmm.
so first, yes, it is possible to save financially. It is worth it. Like we said, there are actually other countries like China, I know, do pay a bit more. However, if you want to travel in Asia, it's actually very cheap out of South Korea.
Hmm.
I remember going to the Philippines. We didn't pay that much. The plane tickets were quite cheap, and your accommodation and stuff. If you really, transfer the money from Korean won to whatever, it's not that expensive. So we were able to travel quite a lot in Korea and outside of Korea.
Hmm.
So it's possible in Asian countries.
Yeah. Um, I remember my first year in Korea. I went on two vacations. I went to Taiwan or Taipei in Taiwan.
Taipei.
It was good. It was a little pricing. And the other vacation I took was to Osaka, Japan.
Oh yeah, you guys can go to Japan. We can't.
And like that first year in Korea, I had a very strict budget. I would only spend like 500 Korean dollars, well, Korean won
It's
dollars,
500. Yeah, well, 500
500,000
American
won.
dollars.
But I just
500,000.
call it dollars casually in here because I'm just talking
Yeah.
about the paper money, right? So I spent like $500 a month, and I was able to save like my starting salary of 2.1. I was able to save like almost all of that. I used it to pay off student debts, and I was
Yeah.
able to take a vacation. That was almost 10 years ago. Inflation's really bad now. Maybe you'll run into issues with
Yeah.
that.
I mean, it's
But
also like it's not that you can work 1 month and then travel a month and work a month travel. It's not going to work like that, obviously. You need to kind of save up a few months,
mm,
and then travel. Because also you should remember with Korean academies where we work, public schools are different. So you need to choose whether or not you want to go to a hagwon or a public school. Hagwons are the academies. It's the Korean word for academy. Um, Academies have very set holidays. So we don't always have the time off when you think you're going to have off. You need to either schedule your vacations like us. I know at our current school, we have to schedule it with our manager.
mm,
Where other hagwons is they tell you when your vacation is, and you only have 14 days, right? A year,
yeah,
11, 14, 15, something like that now is the new rule.
it's the new rule.
A
Yeah.
year. So you need to kind of plan it very carefully.
Oh, and you gotta plan it carefully. Don't be foolish with your vacations. One
Yeah.
one time I had this guy. He did not make a vacation plan at all. He was like, he just took the week off from work, and he was like, I'm gonna go to the airport and get a plane ticket to
Get a plane.
Japan. And I was just like, oh, that's expensive. What are you doing?
Yeah.
How do you not like make a plan before you go?
Traveling.
Yeah. So don't do
Yeah,
that.
I'm not that impulsive. I'm sorry, I can't do
Mm.
that. But also, like, luckily, I have friends that organize everything, and I just go along.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
yeah, the coming holiday, we actually, when the time this comes out, it's actually uh, Korean Thanksgiving, which is called Chuseok
Hmm.
in Korea. Also, like, I'm going on a trip in Korea though, but I didn't plan anything. My friends plan it, and I just pay and go along. So
You
yeah, I'm
sound
not.
very
I'm not.
lucky to have that
Yeah,
happen.
I'm not one to plan stuff. I hate it. All right, and then the last one was when will be the best time to start? So that is not actually a big issue, I think.
Hmm.
Most of the schools do take in. March, right? March is the start of their new school year, academic year, I think.
Yeah, March. I would say March
Yeah.
is try to get here. If you start on in March, you'll be very happy because the kids will like leave, and then you'll have a natural like leaving points that matches
Yeah.
them.
Yeah. Yeah, March is like the big turnover for all the students in your schools and stuff where you get new ones and the old ones leave. So it's kind of like a fresh start. I know some places also August take in new teachers.
Mm.
So it really depends on where you get in. There are some schools that might need you right away. There are some schools that might need you for the next year. So it will all depend
Mm.
on whether the school you choose at the end
Mm.
of the day. Um, I would also recommend coming maybe in either fall or spring because it is a big adjustment if you come from, especially Genius from South Africa. So if you come from South African winter and you come into
Mm.
Korean humid summer, it's harsh. It's really difficult because this is a very humid country. You
Mm.
should remember that.
And
So I think like Korean spring or fall would be the
mm.
best time.
Also, Korean winter is too much for you guys in South Africa. You guys freeze your first year, so yeah.
It's really cold, but I like the cold though. I
Oh
don't
yeah.
mind it. Like even now when the weather is getting a little cooler, I'm like getting more excited and I'm a much friendlier person now. Yeah.
Mm.
Now that I see this question, what will be the best time to start? There was this joke about what do you think is the perfect date? Do you remember that? That was in a,
That was in Miss Congeniality, the movie.
yeah, what was the perfect date? April 2028, what? Or something like that.
What was it? Oh gosh,
I
what a
can't
blast from the
remember.
past. That
Yeah,
was a good movie. I really enjoyed that movie.
that was good. Yeah. All right, sorry. Let's go back to the email. Jeannie, thanks. Hope you're doing well and enjoying each moment. Thank you, Jeannie.
Mm.
Yeah, thank you for the email. I really love seeing that some people are still interested in coming over to Korea. I mean, I'm here, so you might as well ask me. I also got a few DMs. I did message everyone back. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I will soon.
Mm.
Right, yeah. So thanks for sending your email, and the rest of you guys, please send in a story, something crazy that happened to you, a nice experience, or just share your thoughts and ideas on conversatilepod@gmail.com. All right. So yeah, we were saying, yeah, and cut.
Yeah.
So we were speaking of Chuseok. So currently now, when
Oh,
this video comes out, it will be Sunday. That's in the Chuseok time. Chuseok means like Thanksgiving in Korea.
mm.
So we are so lucky this year.
We are. Oh, I
Cause
can't believe how lucky we are. Yeah. So I think this is considered golden shoe sock.
yeah, this is in my 6 years never
This
happened
never
this long.
happens. So let's explain. Let's back up a little bit. Why is this so good? Why is it good? Marnu, you take this. Why is this such a good time for us?
Because we don't work for 4 days. Well, it's technically 6 days, but two
Yeah.
weekends. Weekend days.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So traditionally, this is what happens. You'll get a Chuseok holiday, which is usually like in the past, it's been like a Thursday, Friday, Saturday kind of thing.
Mm,
And then most schools they'll not make up the day. So like you go to school on Monday and work,
yeah.
and then there's another holiday right after that. And most schools don't let you have that day off either.
Yeah.
But our school, for whatever reason, because our school's so awesome, it just like gave us all of that time off. Like our boss even like changed it so we could have an extra day off.
Yeah. But
So
also like the government said that next Monday is now
a red day.
a public holiday.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be a red day. In Korea they call them red days.
Mm.
Which is public holidays. Yeah, so we are lucky this year. Like we have a long vacation. This never happened, so I'm very
Mm.
excited for it.
Yeah.
And so what are you gonna do for Chuseok?
Oh, well, not much. I'm probably going to I'm gonna try hang out with people that I haven't seen in a while.
Mm.
Um, I'm doing a potluck, I think,
Oh, that
next
sounds nice.
weekend. Are you coming to that? Maybe.
I'm not here. I'm so yeah. We're going to a river,
Ah.
and we have a pension, like a river
Mm.
house thingy, that a group of friends rented. So we're gonna go there. So if the potluck is still running while when I get back, then sure I'll join.
Mm. And
But
yeah,
you have a cat.
Yeah, I have a cat.
And I'm allergic to cats.
The other highlight of this vacation coming up is going to be on Friday. I'm going bowling with some of the colleagues.
Oh, really? You guys are going bowling?
I think so. This is actually the plan. So we're going to go
I
bowling.
wasn't invited.
Also, you can be invited.
No, I'm
But
good.
I think you're out of town though. It's on Friday.
Yeah, I'm out of town that
Yeah.
time.
So we're gonna go bowling, and then
Uh-huh.
we're gonna go to this Irish bar. This Irish bar is special because they are using my face on the advertisement.
Oh, you showed me. That was so cool. Where
Yeah.
they took it. That's like a stock photo. You're a stock model now.
I guess so. Yeah, like they took a photo of me and this random girl, and now like this was my first year of Korea, so now like 8 years later, my face is just being used for free advertising for the Irish Association of Korea.
And you're not even Irish.
Not even Irish,
close.
guys. Yeah,
Not even close.
I kind of want to go and like give. I think I have permission to use a really crappy Irish accent now.
All
I
right.
wanted to.
Let me hear it.
Oh, good idea. I don't know how Irish people sound. I have no idea. I'm sorry, Irish listeners, if you're listening to this. I don't know.
Joke about hoity.
Hoity hoity hoity. Is that what they do? Hoity hoity hoity.
Sound like a leprechaun.
Mm.
A knockoff leprechaun.
Yeah. So we're gonna go there. I'm taking photos, and then we're gonna see how many free drinks the bar gives me since my face is there.
Oh yeah. You should just hold up the poster, like print out the poster and just walk around with it. Like,
Yeah, I'm
when you get
Irish.
a drink, you're like, hey, but wait, I'm the poster child of this bar. Like, literally the poster child of this bar. They need to give you free drinks.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. I should go there more. I want to go there at nights when people are there and just like stand next to it and just like do that and see what happens.
What
But
was that on How I Met Your Mother? You watched it, right?
yeah, I've seen that show.
Ted Mosby, when he was like on the cover of that one magazine, he was just standing at the newsstand, and
Yeah.
until people recognize him on the cover, you're like that, just standing there until someone recognizes you.
Hmm.
And you can just say, "Yeah, I'm the CEO of this." Yeah, but don't do that. Maybe not a great idea to
Yeah, I
pretend
could
you're
do
the
that.
CEO.
But yeah, it's really funny how that worked out. But
Yeah, that's cool. I was really I love that story when you showed me the like random. It looks like a stock image that
yeah,
was just used.
uh,
That was pretty cool.
I felt like I was I bragged a lot that week. Like, look at my face. Look where I found it. I wanted to tell the students, but I didn't want to tell them I was like a bar face. I didn't want to tell them. I didn't want to tell them I was part of the bar. I was like, I want to be like, kids, I'm famous. Look at this, and it's gonna say like bar at the bottom of it. Oof. I don't want to be famous for that.
We had a class about music this week, like African American influence on American music.
I did that too.
Oh yeah, you did it as well, right?
Did you first? You first.
Oh yeah, and so the kids, I was trying to explain to them what syncopated rhythms are,
Mm-hmm.
and polyrhythmic rhythms and stuff like that. And I'm trying to explain it, and the one girl's like, "What, teacher? How do you know so much?" Right? I'm like, "Oh, didn't you know? Like, I used to be a singer." And they're like, "What?" But I actually used to be an MC back in university,
I
right?
didn't
And
know
so I have
that.
this picture with me with a mic, and it does look like I'm actually singing. So I'm like pulling it up on my phone, and I'm showing them, "Yeah, look here, I was a singer." They were like the whole 3 hours that they were in my class. They were like, "Please sing, please sing." They did not focus on the lesson. At one point, it was just, "Please sing for us, please sing." I was like,
Oh,
"No, it's a big secret." And I'm pretty sure they Googled me and try to YouTube my videos, but they're never gonna
probably,
find
yeah.
anything.
Oh, I had an awkward moment with that same lesson. I taught the same lesson last night.
Yeah.
Awkward moment. Like I was just trying to get the kids like interested in African American music. I was like saying like it's so famous and it's influenced so much. So I showed them like a Michael Jackson Thriller dance video.
Oh yeah.
And we talked about like his skin disease and like this and that. And then they were like, yeah, he really loved kids. Did you know he opened the Neverland Ranch? And I was like, oh boy. Well, guys, yeah, he did open the Neverland Ranch.
He did love
and
children.
he did like kids. And then I tried saying, but like he kind of did some criminal stuff. Maybe. Allegedly. And he just, and the reason why this happened was a long time ago. He might have been abused by his family, and he was just too famous at too young an age.
Yeah.
And the kids are like, but he loved kids, teacher. Yeah, he
Maybe too
did.
much. Yeah, I love how these kids, like, we're talking about something and they can just go off way off topic. Like, it gets into the history of Michael Jackson or something like that, which is not
Yeah.
the topic at all.
Oh yeah, especially
But
for like
also,
fourth grade and fifth grade students. Like we're not,
yeah,
man, we ain't trying to talk about Michael Jackson in this way. And just say he's good at music and let's move on. Let's say he's
yeah,
a good dancer. Let's move on. Oh,
yeah. But I love that how they sometimes, like, they ask the weirdest questions that has nothing to do with the topic, and then me being very easily influenced by children, I'm
hmm.
like, yeah, 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 let's talk about it, and then I'll go in on that topic. And yeah, 10 minutes later, we're so far away from the topic. But I actually love it because they are more engaging if they do that. I like it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Have you ever had, like, recently? I feel like the kids are this semester. I have a lot of, like, witty kids where they say, like, the weirdest stuff that's like it
Hmm.
doesn't fit in the class or whatever.
Hmm.
Like, have you had, like, recently a story or something that was, like, very cool you want to share?
No. Okay. So this happened. So this term I'm teaching debates in my classes, and I have to go
Oh,
through the debate homework, and it takes a long time to read everything. But then there's this one. The debate topic this week was should police have criminal immunity? Yes or no? And
oh, like if they, like, shoot criminals or, like, injure
yeah,
criminals.
they injure criminals in
Okay,
the.
yeah,
Okay, so about Korea, Korean police are like neutered. They can't do much.
yeah,
Like if you if they sneeze on you the wrong way, they get in trouble.
right.
It's
And they don't
pretty.
know. They also don't have, like, firearms and stuff. They only have the baton.
They have a gun. I think in the gun the four chambers are empty. One chamber has a blank, and one chamber has a bullet. I
Oh,
think it's. I think. I
I
don't
don't
know.
know.
Don't trust me on this. But anyway, so the kid was like, from now on, police should be using their taser way more than guns. That was the policy they wrote. And
Okay.
for for the evidence they were like, first of all, the tasers are way cheaper than actual guns.
Yeah.
And then the kid sent me for the evidence. The kid sent me like a link to the Korean Amazon called Coupon. He sent me a link to the store page where you could go buy a taser gun. That was it. That's all they said in the argument. It's cheaper. Here, prove it. You can buy one
I
right
mean,
now. No other evidence included.
I
Just
mean,
that.
people living in Korea would know how stupid that is because Coupang is like a shop where you buy food and clothes, and it's the online Amazon, like you said.
And like I was the
Where can
argument
you
was
buy tasers on Coupang?
I looked at it. I think the
Oh
taser
my
was
god.
like okay. I looked at the taser. There were some weird looking tasers.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
she.
want to see now if I can buy a
Yeah, you
taser
can
on
go take a
Coupang.
look. I don't think it's possible because the tasers I looked at they were like not the
Fake
tasers that
tasers?
police have. It was
Oh,
more like tasers like you might have as a woman. You might want to go tase somebody that's bothering you, like mini
oh.
tasers.
There's an extendable baton that you can buy.
Hmm.
I only see mace. Oh, here's a taser. That's cool.
How much is
It's
it?
quite expensive,
How much
but
is the
it's a
taser?
huge thing. It's like 130,000 won, which
Yeah,
is $130.
and they're saying that tasers are cheaper, but I think it's just that tasers are readily available. You can buy it on Coupon. You
Yeah, I
know,
mean, it's actually something you can get easier than a gun, I guess. I think that's what she meant by it.
oh no, she gave me like the price of everything. It's like handguns are this much and tasers are this much. And it's like, well, okay then, but like, is it though? It was very funny
Yeah.
though. That was a funny little
Speaking of,
moment.
yeah, I mean, I love it when they do stuff like that. That's just so unexpected,
Hmm.
and it makes teaching worthwhile. Those little weird, awkward, witty moments that they do. I love that. I wanted to say now, like, I have here, speaking of coupon and buying stuff,
Hmm.
the iPhone 15.
Oh no.
It's been tempting me.
Yeah.
Like, recently I got the 14 Pro Max,
Right.
because I traded in all my old phones. But now I keep thinking maybe I should have waited 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and just get the iPhone 15. But
Mm,
it's tempting me to buy it, but I can't. It's really expensive.
yeah. I think well, it's time for me to upgrade my phone, and I think I might do a 15 Pro,
Yeah.
maybe, but we'll see. I
Yeah, I did see online, like, they say that the battery life, I know that there's been a few, like, famous YouTubers that tested out the battery life of the 15 Pro actually lasts longer than the Pro Max, which doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be like that, but it does. The
mm,
battery life is actually better, and also the processing of the phone is way better than the 14s. So, I mean, it could be worth it.
mm. Yeah, I should I really want to have one. It would make like right now I'm in the ecosystem with everything. I have an iPad, the MacBook, I have AirPods.
Yeah.
I just don't have the phone yet. And I feel like at this point
Yeah,
I might
you're
as well
using
just
Samsung, right?
yeah. Yeah, and honestly guys, if you come to Korea, I recommend getting a Samsung phone. I recommend it because like okay, haven't okay, let me rephrase. Get an
I mean,
iPhone if you
Samsung is
want. If you go
very available here.
Android, go Samsung.
Yeah,
Don't do anything else. Don't do Google Pixel. Don't do LG doesn't make phones anymore. Don't do
yeah,
Huawei. Just stick with a Samsung phone.
yeah. But Google
Um,
Pixel and what's that new one? It's very niche phones. Like, what's the nothing phone?
yeah, don't get those phones.
And
J-
that's very niche. Like, I don't think it's everyone that needs it.
mm.
Uh,
Like you're not going to find accessories in Korea. They're going to be very hard to get.
yeah,
Also, if you also like the Korean society is like built on top of Samsung. So like things that like all the features that Samsung phones have that you don't use in
yeah,
your country make a lot of sense in Korea,
yeah. I
right?
mean, Samsung is Korean, so
Yeah.
it's
So
also easier to fix your phone here and stuff
mm,
than I guess in South Africa or America or whatever.
it's way easier. Yeah. So
Because
do
there's
that.
Samsung shops everywhere.
You know, there are some Apple stores now too that fix phones. So Apple's getting a little better to
Yeah.
be for repairability.
Yeah, I
But
mean, I went to the Apple store and I traded in all my old phones that I didn't use anymore, and I
mm,
got store credit, and I basically paid nothing for this phone. I think I paid $60 at the end of the day for it. So
jealous.
the phone industry, luckily, like the tech industry in Korea is amazing.
Mm,
It's very easy and convenient. And speaking of tech, right? Did you
mhm.
see the Oculus 3, the Oculus anymore. The Meta Quest 3
I,
is coming soon.
I have not been paying attention to VR that
VR.
much. But I want to. I want to play with VR, but how much
Yeah.
is this new Oculus Rift
We
3
don't
or
know. That's the thing is the
mm,
price has not been released yet. There's like rumors of what it might be.
mm,
I mean, I actually used my VR last night to do one of the experiences that I want to do with one of my classes because one of the levels are doing the future of technology and whatever the robots are coming book.
mm,
And I did want to incorporate my VR with them. And last night I checked out some videos or experiences that they could do in class, to experience VR, because a lot of them haven't experienced it before.
mm,
Um, and then I actually looked into it. The VR Meta Quest 3
mm.
is coming out soon, and I'm very excited for that. But right now, I should stop buying technology.
Let me give you a recommendation.
Mm.
And this is a recommendation that I was allowed to do, but I ended up not doing. You should for the VR experience, have them do the don't stop talking or everyone explodes. You know that game where you have to defuse a bomb?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so there's a VR version of that. So you have the kid do the VR version. They're like defusing the bomb, and then you give the kids like the page manuals, like about how to defuse the bomb,
Oh yeah.
and the kids have to like go through and read in the notes how to do it. So it's kind of you turn it into like a reading activity for these ESL kids.
Yeah.
And so
I
I
might do
think
that. That sounds fun.
yeah, that's what I would recommend. I wanted to do it with my class last term when we were doing
Oh yeah, I
VR
remember
stuff.
you had the actual VR
VR, yeah,
semester.
VR semester, yeah.
Whole
So
semester full of VR.
oh yeah, got to read the amazing book Ready Player One and watch the
Oh, I love that
amazing
book.
movie. Ready Player One.
It is a good book and a movie. I liked it. It wasn't that bad.
The book was interesting. I liked the book.
Yeah.
The movie,
the book.
The movie was fun. The movie was like fun to see like your characters that you liked in it. But like some of the scenes just make me cringe hard.
I mean, the acting is not exceptional in that movie.
Do you remember the dance floor scene where he like says, "I love you," like in the middle of the movie? And I was like, bro, you've known her for like 2 days.
Yeah. That is a little cringe.
Oh,
that's awkward.
And like there's a disconnect because you see like the avatar saying it, and then you see the real life person's it's like feeling the emotion, and it's like, oh, this hurts my soul. The book
I've
handled
never read
better.
the book actually. Like, I would like to read the book. The book is at school, right?
Yeah.
I could probably just read it when I have free time at school.
I found the first book so interesting that I picked up the second book to see what happened next.
Oh, really? I didn't know there's a second book.
Yeah. It's also interesting. I would like to read a book about virtual reality without the dense 80s material thrown into it.
But it's a very like cyberpunk-esque vibes, I guess, to it.
Has some, yeah.
Speaking of, did you play that Cyberpunk 2077?
Oh no, I have not. I have not played it. I bought it, and then I returned it
because of the bugs.
I thought at the time it was the bugs, but maybe it was just my computer setup. I had the game running in a 4K monitor without realizing that makes my game slow down tremendously if I don't have a powerful enough graphics card.
Yeah.
So
no, because I played it, and I mean, of course, that game started out very rough with all of the bugs, and people gave CD Red Project, the people who made the game, they gave them a lot of slack. Yesterday, though, the new expansion, the DLC came out, Phantom Liberty.
Yeah.
I actually started playing it last night, and the updates that they've done, overhaul updates they've done with the game is really good. Like, it feels like a brand new game. It's running very smoothly, but also, like, I have the computer for it. But sorry, Matt.
It's okay.
No, it's really good. Like, I restarted playing it last night. It was quite cool. I just wanted to know if you actually played it or not.
Not yet. I'll like check it out when it's on sale, maybe.
Yeah, it is on sale actually, on Steam. I think it's on sale.
Like, is it
not sure?
Cheap sale or is it like?
I mean, no games are cheap these days. So, what do you consider cheap?
I would like $20 is cheap.
Yeah, not that cheap.
Yeah.
I think it's about $30 or $40.
Shame. Yeah, I don't know. I've bought 2 full price games recently, and I haven't finished them yet. So I'm gonna finish those first, I think, and then work my way towards these other games.
Yeah, like I need to also like learn how to stick to one game and just finish it before I buy new ones.
Yeah.
But yeah.
You should finish Baldur's Gate 3. Like, the whole internet's talking about how good this is, and
I mean, I know it's very good. It's really good. I do love how interactive the whole world and the environment is. It is really cool. But, however, I do not like turn-based games. The whole thing that I have to wait a turn to do, like, I'm more of a live action. Like, let's go, let's do this right now and get it over with.
Yes, I see. Well, it's okay.
All right, sorry. I wanted to see here. Yeah, I think definitely let's end it here today. I'm definitely gonna have you back to talk more about games and tech. You are actually one of the tech whizzes in my life. If I want to know something, I always ask you. So the tech whiz. So yeah, definitely gonna have you back talking a bit more about technology and stuff. I did want to get into ChatGPT because that's also a kind of big topic recently in the world, and especially in our jobs where it's taking over a lot of people's jobs. And
well,
yeah,
maybe we just talk about that real quick, or not. But we need to do an ending, by the way.
I mean, my endings are like, okay, that's all. Let's go. So yeah, I think we could do that. Let's do it next time.
Okay.
I think we don't have enough time for today because I think we're already at about 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're 40
so I don't
minutes.
want to make the podcast too long. So we'll definitely have you back and talk about technology in the future.
Okay. Let me just do
All
like a
right.
thing and we'll just say goodbye to people. So,
I mean, yeah, well, you don't have to. We'll keep it in here. So, Matthew, do you have socials that people can follow you on?
no, I don't have
No.
those. I should get socials maybe. You want to reach out to me? You can. Actually, I do have a Twitter that I don't use anymore.
No one uses. Well, X. It's not Twitter anymore. It's X now.
I'm gonna dead name that company as often as I want.
I mean, it's a
Is it?
little weird because now you're going through your phone and you just see this huge white and black X on your phone. It looks like uh, an adult website.
Yeah. Do you?
It's very weird.
Okay. Is it okay to dead name Twitter?
The what?
Is it okay to dead name Twitter?
Dead name?
Yeah.
What do you mean dead name?
Okay, so dead naming is when you it's like a phrase that the trans community has like been talking about a lot recently. It's
Uh,
like if you like call somebody their old name, it's
uh,
like it's like disrespectful to their like
oh, of
person.
course. Okay.
Right? So that I understand that situation. But is it okay to dead name a company?
Yeah, especially Twitter. He has
Should we
enough
call it
money.
X?
I don't call it X because it sounds weird. It sounds like you're talking about your ex.
Yeah.
Like last night I was scrolling on my ex. Like
Mm,
I mean,
yeah.
not no.
And like the thing is, it was already named that before. Like I there's this one boy I used to teach. His first name in English was Milk. His name was Milk. He chose his name to be Milk. And then
Oh,
he then changed his
why?
name later on to be like Alex or something. And I was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
but everyone just still called him Milk. He's like,
Milk.
teacher, no one don't call me that anymore. And like, okay, I'll
Yeah.
try to call you your name, but everyone else is gonna call you Milk. Like
I think let's
it's
just keep calling it X. See, now I'm confused.
I don't know.
Let's just call it Twitter because I think everyone still just calls it Twitter.
Yeah.
All right. So, well, you don't use your Twitter. You don't have socials. I think it's time to get socials. Matt, it's time.
It's time.
It's
Okay.
time.
I'll get
All
into
right.
it.
So, yeah, that's all for today. I hope you guys had fun. Please remember to like, subscribe, share with your friends,
Mhm.
leave a comment down below, and also remember to email me at conversatilepod@gmail.com. Tell me a story that you would like to tell the world. I would read it here on the podcast. Would love to hear from you guys. And yeah, so we'll see you guys next time. Remember to stay curious, stay versatile, and keep the conversation going. Thank you, Matt, for joining me today.
Yeah.
Bye, everyone.
Bye everyone.